Okay, we're live. There she is.
There it is.
How are you?
Good, man.
Good.
Tired, but good.
Same, man. These allergies have been wrecking my life. Not feeling too great right now. But
Right.
we're here. Got about 2 hours of sleep last night.
What the?
Killing it. Okay, this is a Critically Average podcast. I'm Will.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Lige.
Yes, sir.
What's up, dude?
Not much.
All right. Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Castos. You can catch us in all them places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's about it. At Podcast Average on Twitter and Google Critically Average on Facebook. Wow, Google Critically Average on Facebook. Search Critically Average on Facebook, and you will find our beautiful not faces. Okay, moving on.
Yes.
Do you have any movie news?
Yeah, actually.
Let's
One
see
I
it.
found was, taking my daily after work poo, sitting on the
Oh,
toilet.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That is a needed ritual.
Yes.
I'm actually postponing mine because the longer you put it off, the better it is.
Yeah.
Like, the more satisfying it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Because my line of work, I can't necessarily just, go to a nice bathroom if I wanted to. So,
Indeed. And
anyway.
that concludes Poo Talk for this episode. All right.
It's about the Oscars, and
Okay.
the U.S. Justice Department warns the Academy over potential Oscar rules that could affect Netflix. So they said it's
What?
the U.S. Justice Department.
Why are they involved
I
in
don't
the
know.
movie?
But here, let me read the quote to you.
Okay.
It says, the DOJ says limiting the eligibility of Netflix and other streaming services for the Oscars could raise antitrust concerns and violate competition law.
I would agree. I've thought the same thing. It's like
Yeah. It's not fair to, if
just
they make
because
a
the
good movie.
streaming service made it. I mean, shit. Most of the time, the streaming service movies are ass. So what is the
I was about to
what
say,
are the
most of the
Oscars
time
even
they are.
worried about? Plus, they're their own organization. They can pick whoever wins. It doesn't matter, as long as they nominate them in one of the 10.
Yeah.
If they're halfway decent. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just don't say, hey, we're selectively not choosing this movie. Then you're good to go. Like,
Yeah.
just don't even.
Yeah, because who was it? James Cameron?
Yeah, James Cameron's kind of a
That
douche.
brought it up. Was like,
Kind of a dickhead.
yeah.
Like, dude, you're making fucking Avatar movies, okay? Shut up.
Right.
What was his last, like, big
What?
movie? Whoa! What was his last big
Spinneroonie.
movie that he made that did anything at the Oscars?
Oh, at the Oscars?
Titanic?
Yeah, probably.
Is that it?
I don't even know if, did that really win anything for picture?
I think so.
That was
I
like
don't think it won.
music. I thought it won something for music.
James Cameron Oscars. Yeah, Best Picture, Titanic.
Oh.
Titanic.
Look at you.
Best Picture, Avatar? Nominee. Okay. I was about to be heated.
Yeah.
What are you doing, pal?
He's digging in your work coat? You got food in there?
I like that coat. Would you stop? Whatever. He got Best Director, Best Picture, and Best Film Editing nominee for all three on Avatar. Doo-doo. You haven't done anything since 1998, brother. So, moving on. Okay. That'll probably piss a lot of people off. Who
Don't
cares?
care. Yeah. There was another Avengers trailer today.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I think I'm
Really?
done with it. Does it spoil anything?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nothing you already know. It's actually a really good trailer.
Okay, I'll watch
So.
it then. I just have to get your approval first.
Oh, okay. Because I watched it.
I may not have fully watched Ant-Man and the Wasp. Full disclosure. But I did go on. This is what I do if I don't watch the movie. I do one thing. I watch movie in minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I proceed to go to, I think it's Fandango's channel, and watch a bunch of movie clips.
Oh,
that
right.
basically captures
It does,
the main action,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
About 20, 30 minutes of movie clips. And then I go to IMDb and read the full synopsis. So I do my research, but I'm just like, after doing all that, I was like, I'm not so sure I want to see this movie. It just doesn't seem that great. But in other
talk
news,
about
do you
it.
have any other news?
Well, back to the trailer.
Yes.
The big takeaway from it was Captain America and Tony were together again. Like, they had a
Aw.
brief moment in the trailer.
Have you heard the stories that everybody's saying that and they're all walking up in the white get up. That's not really Tony.
That it's like a different.
It's fake Tony.
Fake Tony. I don't know. Don't know.
Don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Anything else?
About the trailer?
Or just movie news in general? Or about the trailer, if you so choose.
I mean, this one was very Iron Man focused. So.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they've all kind of been pretty.
Well, I mean, like,
they all start with
most
Iron
of
Man, you know?
He had most of the talking points in this.
Gotcha.
Hawkeye, he's got a new midlife crisis.
Design
character design this time. He's got a full sleeve.
He has a faux hawk in a full sleeve.
Yep, full midlife crisis mode.
Man, or more like full crisis mode. Drop the midlife.
Yeah. So that was interesting because he's sitting there with his haircut, arms crossed, leaning, but he's got a tank top on and he's got a sleeve.
And it's still Jeremy Renner. So it's like, are you really that hard, bro? I want to see him doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You notice how the movie's not rated yet?
Yeah.
It's still not rated. That seems kind of funky to me.
Well, it's going to be PG-13 probably.
Yes, but I don't know. Maybe they did something and the rating committee is like, I don't know. But I bet
what
it's
if it
just,
is R? That'd be nice.
How often does a movie not get a rating a month before it's out?
Honestly, I've never paid attention.
Because if you go to Fandango, right? The only reason I know this is because what I'm about to tell you. But the only reason is if you go there, it still says not rated. I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not even gonna try. We all know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
I was about to say, you want to tell the viewers of your journey today?
This morning was an eventful fucking morning. Okay. So like I said, I was what do you call it? I got like 2 hours of sleep.
Right.
So I woke up at like 3 and saw people tweeting that in-game tickets were coming out. So I like went on Fandango. I was like, oh, they're not up yet. So I woke up at 7 and they still weren't up. And then 8 rolled around and I got a notification from AMC. It said Avengers Endgame tickets available now. So literally I opened the AMC app as it told me they're available, right? Mm-hmm. Shit all. It just literally just sat there and spun. So I sat on AMC for like 2 minutes. I went on, I thought maybe for some other reason it might be blocked where I was at. So I like went on cellular, nothing. Okay. And I was like, that seems a little funky. So then I went to Fandango. And Fandango put me in a line. An online line. And I was like, hey, this looks like they know what they're doing.
They got the point of online.
Exactly right. But I understand, like from a tech background myself, I totally get it. Yeah. Like that is a massive influx of people, and then what most people don't understand is movie theaters are assigned seating now. Mm-hmm. So you have to talk with Atom Tickets, MovieTickets.com, Fandango, and AMC all at once to make sure that seats aren't getting double sold. Yeah. Right? So I get it. Like people were complaining on Twitter like, you've had a year to prepare for this. There's no fucking... Like, even if they had bought 10,000 extra servers, there's no point because it happens once a year, and it probably won't happen for another 2 or 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, get over it, okay?
Yep.
So, Fandango. I get in the line. I'm like, 15 minutes? We're good. 15 minutes later, I got 21 minutes to wait. I was like, well, that's interesting. 21 minutes later, I got 5 minutes. Right? 5 minutes later, I have 7 minutes.
Yep.
7 minutes later, I have 3 minutes. And then we're finally there. It's counting down. Actually, on time. And I was like, okay, everything's working. It's going great. Right?
Yep.
By the way, during that whole time, I was like, am I getting kicked out of line because I keep texting people back?
Right.
That's not what it was. Because I went on my computer and typed in Fandango, and it was said over an hour. Jeez. And I checked it later that day, and it said over 3 hours. And then now, if you go there, it just says pause. Like, it's just shut down. Like, they're just done with it. So I waited through the whole line. Took me about an hour and a half of just having my phone wide open, the search bar just going. So I murdered my battery. Okay? Finally get in, pick 2 adult tickets, hit choose seats. It loads. and I let it sit there for another 45 minutes until I left work. Well, just so happened that my teacher canceled class today because it kind of sort of snowed.
Yeah,
but she lives up in the mountains, so she actually had some real snow.
Yeah, I just meant here.
So
it's insane.
It was kind of weird. Kind of sort of snowed, and then now it's like 58 degrees outside.
Yep.
So, so the class is canceled, and I'm like, what if I just go to AMC? So I run on down to AMC. It's in a mall, by the way. I think we discussed this. The mall's not open, so the only people there's a steady stream of about 50 to 78-year-olds that are doing a little walk. I mean, like a lot of them though, like easily 60 or 70 of them. I was like, wow, that's wow. So I walk in. I'm like the only person there, and I come around the corner into like the AMC has this huge complex.
Yeah.
And this kid is walking, and he's got this huge grin on his face, and I'm like, oh, I think I fucking hit the money right here. The AMC's not open, by the way. So I just walk up to the kiosk, and they said, are you a Prime Stubs member? And I said, hell yeah, I am. And, dude, it took me straight to it. It reserved and got 2 seats in the back in the Dolby Cinema, and there were people like, yo, can you scan your thing for me? I was like, yeah, I got you. So I don't know if you had to be a Prime. Plug. I don't know if you had to be the Stubs member, but I got about.
That's the point of having it, though, right?
Yeah, I think I got about 4 or 5 people to sign in on mine, like to scan on mine. So the points are gonna be looking hella nice. I'm gonna have free popcorn for days.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's pretty sweet. And so I got him the old-fashioned way. So if you're still struggling to get tickets, fucking drive down to AMC. I tweeted about this.
Yeah.
And just go get it.
Yeah.
That's just the way to do it.
And we got the midnight release, basically.
Yeah, 6 o'clock, dude.
6 o'clock on Thursday.
That means we can record after.
Yeah.
Because I saw the 10 o'clock one. That would end at 1 a.m. It is a 3-hour and 5-minute movie.
Ooh.
And you got to remember, AMC puts 30 minutes of trailers. And if they're going to ever trailer load any movie, it's going to be this one. So we're talking getting out of the 6:30 one.
Like 10.
11.
Oh, yeah.
9, 10. No, 12, dude.
It's 6:30. So say if the movie starts at 7.
7 to 8.
3 hours.
9. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I got mad confused. So I would say we could probably get back at like 10:30.
Yeah,
right?
And then record a episode.
If you start at 10, you'll be there till 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's insane. So we'll have the episode up.
Yeah, exactly. The big news is your boy went in hard for the podcast and got the tickets so that we will literally have an episode up, and I highly doubt anyone is going to see it prior to us unless you're amazing.
Unless you can watch it. Yeah. Because what was the first time available, do you know? Like, was there a 4 o'clock?
All of them were like 6 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So we're one of the first people to see it. That's cool.
Absolutely. You can see it early through AMC.
Yeah.
If you do the, what's it called? The something event.
Yeah. They usually do that.
Yeah. It's like an event and everything. You get 2 commemorative coins and everything.
Oh.
So, yeah. So those people might see it first. But basically, if you've seen the movie in a natural, progressive way, you're going to have an episode that you can watch about it. Okay.
Sweet.
Huh? Let's do the list first this week.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
What's our list again? Oh, yeah. So,
I don't know. You tell me.
It's TV shows or movies that we've never got behind the train of, basically.
Yeah, basically they're popular, and people love them, but we're just like.
Yeah, if someone says like they get offended if you don't watch it or something, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, for some anyway.
Yeah.
All right. How many did you do? 7?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
You want me to go first?
Sure, if you want to.
This kind of leads back to you, Brooke, kind of.
And me?
The OA.
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
No.
On Netflix.
Not that I know of.
It's a funky show. I watched like 1 episode with Brooke, and I was like, I'm just not into this. And Brooke swears by it, and it's still making episodes, so people clearly like it. You know what I mean? It's like one of the rare Netflix shows that keeps going. Kind of like Stranger Things, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, it just doesn't seem that good.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've never watched it. Brooke doesn't watch it either.
It's weird.
Now, anyway.
So she gave up on it?
I guess so.
Well. I don't know. People swear by it. My parents swear by it. And I'm just like,
Which is funny because
it sets up too much and doesn't answer it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like a little hint of an answer after every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to give me the whole plot, but just like give me something to bite onto, not just like, what's this about? You know?
Yeah.
You're like I think I've seen 3 episodes, and through 3 episodes you have no fucking clue what's happening, and it's just like I can't keep up with this. It's too much.
That reminds me because I got Brooke to watch How to Get Away with Murder, and she like really loved that show.
Really?
But she just had to stop watching it because her favorite character died. So.
Wait, died? Jesus.
Huh?
I have a question
was
about
deep
that
into
show.
it.
I didn't catch it. That could have been on this list actually. I watched the first episode. Did they actually murder somebody in the first episode?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
Mm-mm.
So the very first episode, they're like a bunch of kids running through the woods carrying this trophy thing.
Okay.
And it's got blood all over it. And they're like, what the fuck do we do? and then it skips back to the beginning of the class, How to Get Away with Murder. And so I bet it's a fake. My idea was that it was a fake setup to see if they could actually get away with murder.
Oh, I got you.
Like the teacher.
No,
actually
like real
did it.
people die in it. So.
Wow, Jesus.
Because I've walked in on it.
Savage. Yeah. Maybe they're just become murderers or something. Whatever. What's your number 7?
My number 7 is American Horror Story.
Yeah, fuck that show.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
There's a reason why I'm not behind the train on that one.
Yeah, both of us really aren't big horror show genre or horror genre fans in general.
I'm okay with a certain level of uncomfortableness when watching a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a Game of Thrones level of uncomfortableness, or like, I don't know, Walking Dead where there's like that suspense or something. Even though Walking Dead's shit, but like that level of uncomfortableness where like something could happen, but it's very rare.
Yeah.
But like if your whole show is about making you uncomfortable and just like I don't understand why anybody would want to sit down on a Sunday evening and just be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a Lord's Day, damn.
And they get worse and worse. Like the first one's not very scary, but like the circus one, I've seen Megan watch, and that it just makes me cringe, dude. It's just so creepy and weird.
Right.
And the Roanoke one is bad. It's just no.
Yep. So.
Plus, Lady Gaga's in it, so. All right, number 6 is Fargo.
Okay, with Ben Affleck?
No.
What am I thinking?
That's Argo, I think. Fargo?
Yeah.
Do you not know the TV show Fargo on FX?
What am
Really?
I thinking of? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think what I was thinking of.
I think it's
a Ben Affleck movie is what I'm thinking of. Because it won, like, Best Picture or something.
I'm pretty sure it's Argo. I felt dumb saying it, but I think I'm right. I am right.
Argo?
Fuck yeah. It's Argo.
Okay.
Yes, it's Ben Affleck with a clearly fake hair. Look how clearly fake this hair is.
What? Why? That's a tank.
That is a tank. Look how clearly fake that is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah. I see.
Plus got Bryan Cranston.
That was before he was.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Bryan Cranston. Fargo. It's a show about... I don't really know what it's about. People fucking love that show. But the first season I know is about a guy in Minnesota that kills his wife on accident or something.
Okay.
I can't remember. But I don't know, it's funky. It's a weird show. Like it's really strange, but it's really dark and like it kind of reminds me of a Netflix show. Like FX has this thing where they can after a certain time at night they can play whatever they want,
yeah, like
basically.
Preacher.
Exactly.
Like
it's like
that, yeah.
brutal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like that kind of show. So
Gotcha.
and it was interesting, I just didn't catch on.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I gotcha. Cool.
What you got?
Funny you said Bryan Cranston because my number 6 is Breaking Bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched an episode or never really wanted to.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I heard it's like
wouldn't
the
you
greatest
want to?
TV show, but
Okay, it's not the great. I've seen through season 3, I think, and I just went. I fell off hard because I was
gotcha.
like, "This is getting repetitive and boring," and
well, it just never caught my attention. And I've seen so many things about it, like
Oh, I basically
on
know
Twitter.
how it
Yeah.
how it ends, what happens in between.
Mm-hmm.
Like I basically know everything about the show, just haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So I don't feel a need to go like indulge in it. You know what I mean? And there's only so far that Bryan Cranston and the other guy can take a show. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yep. Also, the thing I think I don't like about Breaking Bad so much is that he's supposed to be dying of cancer,
Right.
and it goes on for like fucking 9 seasons.
There's a lot of seasons, yeah.
Like, and then he doesn't even die of cancer. It's like, or does he? I can't remember.
It was like a hailstorm of bullets.
I thought he just got shot up, didn't he?
Yeah. That's what I thought.
So, the whole show's... I don't like shows that, like, set up, like, this is what we have to achieve, and then just go, okay, well, it's more successful than what we thought it was going to be, so we're going to surpass that achievement and just keep plowing forward without any, attainable goal in the future. So, you're telling me that Bryan Cranston's character just loved making drugs so much, he's like, let's just keep fucking going with this thing. Or maybe he's stuck in it. I haven't seen the show.
It was his son that was sick.
No, he's got cancer. His son is sick. His son has cerebral palsy, but
okay.
he's funny. His
son?
Yeah. All right. That was your number 6?
Yes.
So my number 5 is going to be near and dear to your heart.
Oh, boy.
Ozark.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I like the show. I just never could keep going. I don't know why. I got real tired of the blue color correction. Just Jason Bateman being Jason Bateman. It's just like I just got tired of it, and I just couldn't. When season 2 came out, everybody was like, "You gotta watch it," and I was like, "I don't remember season 1." So I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of season 1. And I was like, I can't do it. It's so blue. Everything's so blue, dude.
Yeah.
Everything is blue.
Yeah.
Any frame of that show, there's a hint of blue to it. You're like, why is everything so blue?
And everybody's just so pale.
And it's so sad. Like, there's no happiness in that show.
Mm-mm.
It's just down and dour sadness the whole time.
Yep.
But you've...
I've watched... I'm pretty sure I've watched it all. If there's 2 seasons, I think I watched it. Yeah. That's fine.
Did you like it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So... All right, ready for my number 5? This one's near and dear to your heart.
Is it?
Yes. I have the new era Star Wars.
TV show?
No. So anything after the original 6, basically. So like...
Wait, we could have done movies?
Yeah.
I thought it was TV shows.
I know, it was both.
We're going to have to redux this list. Because I did all TV shows. That's fine.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I said movies, but it don't matter. So, yeah.
Anything... Yeah. You've watched 7.
To be fair, only 2 of mine on here are movies. So most of mine are.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if I was dead wrong. Oh. I was dead wrong. Okay, moving on.
So, like Rogue One's, Solo, Last Jedi, Force Awakens.
You know the sad thing is there's one of those that I would be all right. There's one of those movies that I would be like, hey, you should probably see that, and you've seen it, so yeah.
Which one? Force
Awakens.
Yeah,
because you went and saw it with us.
Yeah,
that's the only one that I'd be like, you need to see that. Rogue One, I think, is good, but it's nothing. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
Han Solo is a pile of brown garbage, and then what's the other one? Oh,
The Last Jedi. We've talked about that enough here.
Hell no.
So, I could care less about is it the 10th or 9th?
The 9th?
9th, the one coming out.
So what are we going to do? We're doing
we'll do it.
Doing an episode on it.
Fine, I'll do it, but I'll complain the whole time.
Fine.
So,
I'm curious to see your reaction. You've seen Last Jedi, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're at least I'm
caught
story,
up, yeah.
So you won't just be like, what's happening?
I mean, what is there to know?
Dude, honestly though, like you might as well. I feel like 9 might as well be 7 because they just reset.
It's just restarting everything.
They've like created this introverting path, and then they just went and reset. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing? You just reset the universe, except one side is now much less powerful than the other. Who You needed 2 movies to prove that shit? Moving on. We've discussed that. Okay, this is one near and dear to Megan's heart. I've covered the whole spectrum. The Handmaid's Tale. I watched like 2 episodes of this. That is the weirdest, funkiest, most depressing, just nothing of a show I've ever seen. And Megan is in love with it. And there are people that are like, her and her mom will watch it the day it comes out. Because Hulu releases it on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
Which, whenever you release a show on a weekly basis, that means it's pretty damn popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Netflix, they knew their Marvel shows weren't that popular, so they said, maybe if we just dump them, people will get into them and get attached, right?
Yeah.
But if you can keep an audience week by week by week, that's how you know a show is like very popular. I don't get it. It is so down and dour. Well, it's like 7. It's like the last 5 minutes of 7. For hours on end. It's like, it's so bad. And it's not a bad show. Like, it's really well made. It's really well written and everything. It's just so.
Yeah. I have zero clue what it's actually about.
See, I would try to tell you.
Oh boy.
The weird part, okay, basically, I'm pretty sure that most women in the world are infertile now.
Okay.
So what they do is they hunt down the rich, hunt down women that are fertile and teach and train them to be handmaids.
Oh,
so
okay.
they clean, they cook, but more importantly, they have sex to have babies.
Yes.
But the weirdest thing, get this, and this is as far as I'll go on this television show. The way they do it, yeah, exactly, right? You would think you'd like just go in a... No. The way they do it is the wife, the richy wife, right, sits behind... And they show that. I mean, this is a scene in the show. Sits behind the handmaid, and like with her legs straddled. So basically, it's like in the same position. You know what I'm saying? And then the guy, it is the strangest fucking thing, dude. I've broken him. And that's just like normal happenings in this show. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Ridiculous.
It is redonkulous. All right.
That's
that
fun.
show is crazy. And Megan is in love with it. I'm like, okay, buddy.
All right.
Okay. That's why I like my Game of Thrones. All the sex in there is just normal, regular sex.
All right. My number 4, I have The Walking Dead.
Yeah. I could have put that on my list too, but it's such a shit show. I don't even want to give it the credit of.
Because I watched, not up to date, but when the first season came out, I watched it when it came out on Netflix, like the first season. And then some of the second, and it was just from there.
The first season is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Yep.
Then the second season, it's like, uh-oh. And the third season, where they go to Herschel's farm, it's like,
Yep.
And then they go to the prison, and you're like, oh my god. How many times can you red shirt a character? You know what that is?
Yeah, when you just kill them, show them.
Well, when nobody's get killed, but then Herschel Walker's been bit twice, and he's like chop off his leg and his arm, and he's like, I'm still going. And you're like, just murder him, would you? Jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw something that was like, new episode of Walking Dead shocks all 4 people that still watch it.
That's good. That's good. I tell this story a lot, but I think it's funny. I walk whenever Walking Dead's on. I walk into work. Back when all 2 of my bosses used to watch it, and I go, "So how was The Walking Dead?" And they both walk out of their office and go, and I'm like, "What are you doing to yourself? You're just wasting time."
Yeah.
And they're like, "I just can't get away from it." I'm like, "You're like addicted to heroin right now. Like, it's doing nothing good for you, but you're addicted to it."
Yeah. Like, one of Brooke's friends used to do, watch parties of it and stuff at her house.
Man, I didn't know it was that popular. Jeez.
Yeah.
I remember back in...
I don't think I ever
this show's been
went.
going on for a long time. I remember back in high school, a lot of our friends, Johnny and stuff like that, were, super excited. Whenever it came on, they were, ready for it.
Exactly.
And I tried to get on that. I caught up and watched it. I tried to get on that wagon, and, dude, I was just like, this show sucks. It just sucks.
Yep.
Especially What really got me is like the end of the prison when he's just like Carl, and there's like a baby that came from nowhere, and then his dead wife. Didn't his wife die? And then his wife like haunts him or something.
Sure.
And he's like yelling at Carl and shit. Carl. So weird. And Carl gets weird too. He gets his eye shot out.
A lot of weird things.
Oh.
Like, what's that? The guy with the eye patch?
Oh, you talking about Negan?
Maybe.
No, you're talking about the governor.
I think the guy that like keeps one that's like his daughter.
Yeah.
And doesn't he get his eye jabbed?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of eye jabbing going on.
Jab, jab, jab.
And then there's Negan later who came from the comics, but they waited 7 seasons to put him in there. All right. My number 3 is Altered Carbon on Netflix. I've listened to multiple podcasts where people are like, Altered Carbon is amazing, or they've done like specific episodes on Altered Carbon and everything. I'm just like, I got like 2 episodes in, and I was like, this is really brutal, and I like the world and everything like that. It's just, I don't think I care enough about the story that they set up. They set up this story that this guy, this super rich guy, uploaded his mind, and then he was murdered or something like that. And it's like, I just don't think I can get behind this story. It's just not that interesting.
Yeah.
I even have the book. Like, I have the book for some odd reason. I saw it way before the show came out.
Right. Have you read the book?
No.
Oh, okay.
I plan on reading the book because apparently the book's much, much, much better than the show. But that's just to be expected. You can do a lot more. So, I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember when it first came out, you're like, you really wanted to see it.
Yeah, I was excited. I was really excited to see it. But then that's how a lot of things happen. Is you get excited and then it shows up and you're like, this isn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I'd rather watch YouTube.
Yeah.
So, yep.
All right. So my next one's the other movie I was mentioning.
Yeah.
It is one that I have no clue why people love this movie. Like, I'm still hinting at it here, but I was on Twitter and this one guy tweeted out like, let's hear your favorite 3 movies. I just want to hear. And like, I looked through all the replies and stuff, and a lot of people had this one on there. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all watching?
but your filmography is ass.
It's Avatar.
Yes, dude. That's in your top movies.
Not me.
No, I know.
But
it's
people on Twitter were responding like, blah, blah, and Avatar.
Man, isn't that funny?
What?
We started the show with bash on Avatar. And
Coincidence.
It's not that good. Like, it was a visual masterpiece back in the day.
Yep.
Right? But when you go back and watch that movie, if it stands up, let me know, because it don't.
Yeah. It never really did.
It has the plot. It has the plot of a standard Disney movie.
Yeah.
It's basically the plot of like Bambi or some shit. You know what I mean?
Or Brother Bear.
Yeah, much more accurate. Thank you.
I was trying to think like, is there something where a guy has to go become something else?
Save the forest.
And has the choice. Basically, has the choice to stay a bear.
Yeah, it's literally the plot of a Disney movie, and it's like,
yeah,
those are made for kids.
Also, do you remember what they're trying to get in the movie? What fictional element they're trying to get?
Oh, no, I can't remember.
Unatanium.
Oh God. Like, fuck off, dude. Like, are you just trying to slap the viewer right across the face?
Is unatanium unattainable?
And is it not super interesting that the one wheelchair-bound guy gets to become an avatar? Is that not super, like, whoa? Wow, what great, wonderful character development. Like,
and the whole weird, you gotta, like...
Get this.
Connect.
What? He can't walk, but now he can walk. Dun, dun, dun. It's like,
yeah. And then that weird connection thing you have to have with other things.
Tail sperm?
Yeah.
Tail sex? Sorry, tail sperm.
That's exactly it. Just get out of here with that, man.
It's just bad. Top 3, huh?
Number 3.
Right, my number 2 is Breaking Bad, so we've discussed that. Yes. So what's your number
2?
Yes.
I have Stranger Things.
Oh, man, you really need to get on that. That's like a thing where it's still good, and it's still easy to get caught up on, because there's only 2 seasons, and it's really short. And it's just good, and it's not scary.
I know that. I've watched some.
I don't know watch it. Scary. I'm like, you're wrong.
I mean, I've watched some. Like, I know Brooks watches it, and like if I come home or if I walk in the room and she's watching it, I'll like watch it or something. But it's just never caught my attention.
It's really good. I like it.
I'm sure. Maybe I just don't like those kids. That could be it.
Okay, there's a part in season 2 where I have to completely agree with you. Actually, it might be season... No. It's season 1 and season 2. Whenever they break off, whenever they when they stop being friends,
right?
They get mad at each other. I'm like, I don't believe that shit for a second, dude. Like, when I was a kid, you were mad at your friend for, like, what, all of 15 minutes? And you're like, all right, we're cool. You know?
Yeah.
They're, like, multiple days in, like, stressful scenarios. If anything, they would be, like, tighter. You know what I mean? They're not... Like, there are monsters running around their town. They're not going to be like, no, fuck you, I don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, dude, we need to figure this shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just doesn't. I think the thing that's good about the show is the longer you stick with it, the more you care about the characters, which I think is, like, a really good thing. So, like...
That's true.
Like, I haven't watched the show in a year now, I guess. A year and a half since it came out.
Yeah.
And, like, I know all the characters' names, you know, Nancy and Steve, and, you know, it's like, they stick with you. Barb, I mean, she's from season 1, you know?
Right.
There's this, Will, and it's...
11, I know that.
11, yeah, I mean, 11's the go-to, the Demogorgon, you know, Trestle Hydra?
Sure.
Trestle Hydra. Yeah, but those are the monsters, you know, and you got the, sheriff, I forget his name.
Hellboy,
yeah. But the sheriff is really cool. And it's just like those characters stick with you, and you want to see them do well. Especially Steve. Steve's my dude. And the new season's coming out, so you can get caught up. July 4th. You got plenty of time. All right, my number 1 is a show.
No, 2.
I already said Breaking Bad.
Was your number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was your 3? I forgot you went first.
Carbon.
Okay. All right, your number 1.
My number 1 is a show that literally has been on for so long, and there is huge amount of, like, fandom, you know what I mean?
Let me guess. But
all sorts of shit. And I have not watched a single second. Like, most of the shows on this list, I've watched at least a few minutes. I have not seen a second. I have not walked in on somebody watching it. I literally have not seen a single frame of this show.
Okay. I'm gonna take a guess. Can I have a question?
Absolutely.
Is it animated?
No.
Oh, shit. I was going to say The Simpsons.
Oh, I've seen a lot of The Simpsons. I mean, it's hard to not see The
That's
Simpsons. True. It just happens a lot.
He said it's been on a while.
Oh. I'll give you 2 big hints. They're ending this season now, and I think it's like season 21 or something like that. And it's mainly carried on because of the 2 guys that lead it. Supernatural. I can't tell you if it's bad. Can't tell you if it's good. Can't tell you if it's interesting. Can't tell you if they went on too long. I have not seen a single frame of the show. And I heard something the other day where a guy's like, I'm glad it's ending so that I can have a finish point. I'm like, dog, what are you going to do? You going to sacrifice like 6 months of your life to watch this whole thing now? Because it's just become this sprawling epic that you're never going to finish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got nothing on that.
Gotcha. I've never watched an episode, but I have seen people watching it. I knew people that watched it.
I've just never caught on. I've heard it's so freaking good.
Yeah. I mean, to run that long, you'd think it has to be.
I mean, I'm sure it's a decent show.
Yeah.
It has the procedural crime drama going for it, where, like, it's like a crime drama, but with ghosts and angels. You know what I mean? So, like, and demons. So they can just kind of keep it going and keep telling different stories. So.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
You're going to hate me for saying this.
Oh, I mean, I know what it is.
Oh, it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's fair. I like that because the fact that it's number 1 means that it's, like, really far up there and you still haven't seen it.
That's why it's above Avatar, is because how big it is.
Yeah.
So,
and I think you should get on it, but I'm not going to force you to do it. I mean, it's just really good.
I don't know. Because how many seasons in are they now?
7, but I watched all 7 a few months ago, so it's doable. You know what I mean?
See, I've never been into that, like, era of stuff. Like, I was never into Lord of the Rings. Never really into Harry Potter.
That's fair.
And I was never.
I think the Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter are as far from Game of Thrones as you could possibly get. I know they're set in the same.
That's what I'm saying. That
medieval kind of style,
sort of thing.
Right? Harry Potter's in the modern world, but they go back in time, basically. You know what I mean?
Well, it does make sense because, like, Crimes of Grimwald. They're more advanced kind of looking than Dumbledore is in the Harry Potter movies.
Those movies are just ass.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling is just ass, dude. Have you heard about her lately?
She's turning everybody gay or something.
Yeah, I saw a thing. It was like a tweet. It was like, cousin won't stop having sex with other cousin at a funeral, and then it was like J.K. Rowling. She was like, write that down, write that down. I was like, she's nuts, dude. Why do you have to make all your characters sexual? Just roll with it. But
no, I mean, like, I know it has really good actors in it, and it's a really good TV show. It's just I've never had the like, oh, I'll give it a try. I've just been like, do I want to?
That's fair. And I think the one thing that holds a lot of people back is there's an added barrier, right? Like if it was just sitting on Netflix, you might click on it one night and get hooked, right?
Yeah.
But there's an added barrier you have to get through to get HBO.
That's true.
You know,
because you have to pay extra for Hulu for that.
Exactly. So like you have to consciously put in the effort to apply more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And subscribe to get it. And it's just like,
well, and I might also be a little scared if I get attached to it.
Oh, don't get attached to it because you'll.
Well, like Jason Momoa, for instance, and be like, "Oh, sick," but I know he dies. So I think you could be a thing like.
I think you'd be sad at how little Jason Momoa is in it.
That's true, but like Survivor, for instance, I could lose interest if the guy I like gets voted off. Because there's been times like when Joe was on it the first time.
Yeah. We
stopped and then just skipped to the final or finale whenever he got eliminated.
And then whoever won that, we were like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it could be a fear sort of thing. Be like, I don't want this guy to die. But I did hear about, what's the blonde girl, Tiny? Her real name?
Do I?
Oh, is that not
descriptive enough? You're talking about Daenerys Targaryens?
Yes. What's her real name?
Emilia Clarke.
Yes. Did you hear about she was in the first couple seasons she would have to fight through brain aneurysms?
Yeah, she had 2 brain aneurysms.
That's insane.
Mhm. That's nuts. And I've never heard anyone describe how I read the whole article.
Oh yeah.
Because my sister has brain aneurysms, so I thought it was like kind of interesting, right? So, and I've never heard anyone describe how it feels to have a brain aneurysm. She described it. I was like, no, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
She said it was like a rubber band tightening around her brain to the point where she just couldn't function anymore. Like she couldn't read, she couldn't smell, she couldn't taste, she couldn't feel. She just threw up consistently until someone was like, "Are you okay?" And she went, "No," and someone took her to the hospital.
Do I look okay?
Do I look fine? I'm dying. Nuts. Yeah, that's awesome. Because if she would have died, that really would have done, you know what I mean, a number to the show. And no one can replace her in that role. She just made it her own. So if she would have died, I think the show would have died with her. Not that that's the important thing, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, for her to come back and keep doing it was pretty impressive.
Right.
Yeah. You should watch it. It's good. I'm not going to force you to, though.
I don't know if I have a way to, unless I watch. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because it's not on any platform, really, is it?
Hulu.
Well, the HBO thing, but.
Well, just fucking like you ain't got an extra, like.
Nah, see. I got Hulu. I have to pay for our streaming service. Extra with the internet.
Yes.
Got to pay Spotify. Mm-hmm. So I got all these things. I also have Bleacher Report now.
Wow, you went 3. Bleacher Report's pretty dope.
Well, because it has all the UEFA and Champions League games on it.
Yep.
And
how much is
some other stuff.
How much is that?
It's like 11 maybe.
Okay.
So I just got it for Arsenal.
Here's what I tell you to do: get a free week. Grind that shit out. Right,
oh shit!
That's a lot in a week. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what. This is like 10 episodes per season, and some of them are longer than an hour. So we're talking a lot. We're talking over 100 hours of.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Main topic.
Here we go.
Yep.
Black Panther and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Which one do you want to do first?
Well, Black Panther came first.
Let's do that then.
Yes.
Okay. Black Panther.
Yeah.
What do you want to discuss about Black Panther?
Well, I mean, this movie's been discussed a jillion times over.
Yes.
So we'll just hit the points, you know.
We will just hit the points.
Yeah.
First off, I want to say, after rewatching this, because I did rewatch this, because I really like Black Panther.
Me too.
besides Thor Ragnarok, this movie just felt different. Like it had a different energy about it than all the other. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I really love this movie's energy is the only word I can really come up for it, but it's just vibe. Like its vibe is just so much better.
Yeah, like I've said before, it's even though it's like the story of like a king and the guy becoming king, it's still got like this urban feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's down to earth in a way.
Yeah, and it's surprising that they accomplished that because Wakanda is so advanced.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
but then you bring in Killmonger who like ties in the Killmonger and Claw really bring in the urban, the street
kind of threat sort
Somali
of thing.
pirate kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Dirty, criminal version of the universe.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool because I really didn't want to see just like feuding Wakanda tribes with their laser guns and laser shields and shit.
Right.
Like, that would just be boring,
And Marvel, like before this was all like I've said before, it's like people at the top. Like Tony Stark's a billionaire, Doctor Strange is a doctor, Bruce Banner's a doctor.
And before you get too far, Doctor Strange is the top of his field,
like the best,
and Dr. Banner is the #1 scientist in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Thor is a god.
A god. That's not hard to argue. And Captain America is the best human being that's ever lived, basically.
Basically, yeah. So, even though this, you could say trumps that because it's a king and god to a king. So, like second to Thor when it comes to like Your Highness kind of it feels like the most down to earth.
I would say though he's not a king yet. This is a story of him becoming a king. So at the beginning of the movie, it doesn't feel like he's one of those top dogs yet. You know what I mean? You're like it really feels like he's kind of immature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's definitely learned some from Civil War, but like he's working his way up. He's still having fun with his sister and everything like that. He doesn't realize the threat that's really there.
Yeah.
That could be there. So.
And what it takes to be a king, because
exactly
every decision makes someone happy and makes someone upset. So
yep,
and he learns that hard way.
And he makes a lot of good decisions. I'll say, like saving Njuku. You know what I'm talking about? The giant ape guy, the ape clan's leader.
Mboku.
Mboku.
You can tell we're
Listen,
white.
It's hard. I was about to say it's hard to remember these names, but yeah, I think it's Mbuku.
I thought it was Babu or Mbaku.
It's definitely not Babu.
Mbaku.
Mbaku. Jesus.
I don't know.
We're the worst. Oh, that ain't even gonna come close.
Just look up the cast.
Listen. Okay. I think where this movie does fall apart, right? Oh, he makes some good decisions. Sorry, let me get back to what I was saying. He makes some good decisions, like where he saves M'Baku's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because later in the he needs him, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he saved his life means that they don't just let him float down the river. They're like, hey, let's get this guy and let's save him.
Yeah.
Because I don't particularly like the way this new king is, so maybe we actually need this guy,
Right.
So, M'Baku.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just leave this up because there might be some sus names coming up. So, I think one of the downfalls of this movie is, let me refer to my Everett Ross,
the white guy.
He's the guy that somewhat came into the universe in Civil War. I think it is.
Yeah, I guess.
Is
a
it
very small part.
Yeah, but and so they're trying to like make him this what would you call it? Administrative figure.
Mm-hmm.
And they just kind of shoehorn. I feel like he's shoehorned into this movie, and like they save his life at one point.
Well,
and it's just like I don't really care about him.
He only has one thing to brag about in the movie, and it ended up being what they needed.
What was that?
He was a pilot.
Oh, yeah.
And they needed someone to fly the thing.
And he can fly this.
Hey, look, I can.
He can fly this super fancy
hologram sort of control thing.
I feel like all the other characters feel like they've been there, like they were built in this universe and like they're actual characters. I mean, even to the point where like Okoye, right? Okoye is like, isn't she on a mission in the universe and they go to steal her? Or is that Nakaya, or whatever?
If I saw her, I would say. But
They both
you're
look
thinking
exactly the same.
You're thinking of the love interest, right?
Yes.
The one with some hair. She has like a small fro almost.
I think Okoye is the one that's
she's doing
shaved.
something. She's like helping refugees and stuff.
Exactly. Like, she feels like she's part of it. And then just like Everett Ross just kind of shows up and is just like, I'm here now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and he's the worst decision to give him to him because he immediately loses him, right?
Claw.
Like, Black Panther catches Claw, gives him to Everett Ross, and then Ross loses him immediately. Also, gets his body demolished in the process.
Yeah, he gets paralyzed.
Yeah, and they have to fix his spine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. But other than that, this movie's pretty damn good.
Yeah, and a great performance from Michael B. Jordan.
Absolutely.
Killmonger outshines the fact that he's just a clone of the hero.
Absolutely. In the reveal that he's the kid in the basketball court, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That you find out that because he has,
I guess, if you were
right to fight for the crown as well.
If you were a really keen viewer, you might have picked up on it because the kid looks up.
He does,
but I didn't even think
B.
about it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I was just like, oh, maybe there's just some kids that are like, what the hell? There's a spaceship flying by. I had no clue that was the child of the uncle.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, and you kind of get a hint of that because he looks out the window down at the kids whenever
it's true
they show up. So, and
it's much easier to say after the fact, but like first time I watched it, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I just thought that was a really cool reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fact that they build a shelter at that basketball court in Killmonger's name afterward is pretty dope. That's pretty cool.
Right. Some questionable CGI in this.
Yeah, there's some rubber banding on Chadwick for sure.
Yeah, and the suit and even Claw's hand.
I remember when you first were like, have you seen that new trailer? And I'm like, no. And you're like, he's got a rubber hand. It's so funky. And then you were like patiently waiting for me to see this part of it. And then the minute it happened, I was like, what?
Well, it like comes apart in the middle.
Which is fair. Like, he's got a weird hand, but like it looks so clearly like silicone fake.
Yeah.
It's funky.
Yeah. Which
it is a fake hand.
I mean, I get you can't just, like, in the comics he just has, like, a cannon.
Yeah.
But you can't just give someone a cannon for an arm in real life, you know? It doesn't translate well.
It doesn't work very well, you know?
Yeah.
Or a claw, for that matter.
Huh.
Or a claw, for that matter. Like, if he had a claw, which he normally has a claw for a hand. You just can't give somebody a claw.
Yeah, you can't just give someone some
like
lethal
Captain
weapon.
Hook at this point. Like, what's he going to do with it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a much more complex life we live these days. We need a lot more dexterity.
Exactly.
So you can't just give him a cannon or a claw.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure in the comics he could like transform it into stuff.
Which is what he does here.
Kinda, it just opens and does different things.
Yeah, it's just a funky, like...
Yeah.
I was hoping for more like a cyborg kind of thing.
Maybe it was... If he lived, that was like the phase 1. It was like the Mark 1 of the arm.
You mean he dies? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, you know how Iron Man upgraded all the stuff movie by movie? Like, if he survived. And then the next movie showed up and he could have had something better. Mm-hmm. So, maybe that was what they're going for.
I think my favorite scenes in the movie, and subsequently my least favorite scenes in the movie, are the fighting scenes. Uh-huh. And then my favorite because they're awesome. And, like, the fact that they're doing it in, like, a pool of water means they can get some really cool cinematic stuff going on. Yeah. Where they're, like, they're, like, flicking water around and stuff, and it looks really cool. It's also my least favorite part because you get to see all the tribes. And they got some funky, weird tribes out there, dude. You got, like, the big lip ring dude, and you got the gauge guys, and you got the piercings everywhere guys, and you're just like, oh. But, yeah, both of those fights are really good. I love how he beats M'Baku too. He just has him like in a reverse leg choke, and he's like, "Are you gonna stop?" And M'Baku's like, "Man, this sucks. I just got my ass kicked."
Yeah. Also, the M'Baku's tribe, because they kind of ignore the technology aspect of Wakanda, and they're like old fashioned and stuff.
Yep.
But they all got fresh cuts.
Absolutely.
Like, they're all, like, trimmed up nice and neat.
It's because they're not doing anything all day. They're just they're just out there with their sharp ass
Practicing.
blades. Yeah, you're not wrong. They do look hella fresh when they show up. They like their fades are on point.
Yeah. So I noticed that when I rewatched it.
Yep.
I thought it was funny. And I don't like the energy absorbent thing on the.
Oh, that's
suit.
so dumb. It's like cheating.
Yeah, because nothing will hurt them.
I think it's a cool idea that you can expel it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But like, if you're gonna make a bulletproof suit that can basically absorb any energy that comes at it and then expel it, it's just kind of like. Ugh. I think it's really cool in Infinity War.
when Thanos just.
Huh?
Oh, okay. Never mind. You're thinking of something else.
No, when he's getting attacked by all the creatures and he just like, poof, just bust out, but it's still kind of overpowered.
But I mean, Thanos punched him and it just did nothing. You know, he just punched him into the ground.
Yeah, he just beats his ass.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell Thanos just rips right through that. So it has its limitations.
But it has to be. He has to be outnumbered or someone way stronger than him.
He doesn't even have to be outnumbered. I mean, he's outnumbered in Infinity War, and he just burst.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
But that's the first time he was really vulnerable. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a little overpowered.
Yeah, they
maybe
definitely
maybe don't
overpowered.
make it completely bulletproof.
Or make it like you have to, like, instead of just getting, like, if he got hit from behind and it not do anything, maybe he has to, like, block it in a sort of way or, like, focus it. Like, if he saw a punch coming and he could block it or something, then he could get, like, the energy absorption or something. Where, like,
so
if someone just if someone blindsides him.
Like, if it's a specifically, like, hand and gauntlet leg kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, Shuri has only been able to adapt it to those parts. That way he has to, like, actually block bullets with his speed.
Yeah.
With his hands, right? You could also do some cool Wakanda Forever kind of, like, bang, right up like you just did. To block punches and stuff. Instead of just being able to... Like, he literally could stand there and just get shot all day long and then just...
Yep.
Yeah. So... I really like that fight between the tribes when Wakabi? Wakabi? Is that his name?
I don't know.
Daniel Kaluuya's character. It turns. Well, he doesn't. Okay. He doesn't really turn. He just follows the true king.
Right.
Right? Because regardless or not, Killmonger is the true king. I mean, he defeated him in combat. Right? As horrible as his means may be.
Yeah.
He's still a true king. So, you know, Wakabi follows him, and Okoye follows Black Panther, obviously, right?
Yep.
And I think it's really, I like that fight a lot. That he's just murdering people left and right, and then he sees his wife, and he's like, "Damn it, damn it." Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Sweet.
Oh, also that she knows the Rhino. Remember, she like stops the Rhino. She's like, "No,
Yeah.
I know you."
Yep.
So that was cool.
Yeah. Cool. You want to rank it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Or score it and rank it?
Yeah, let's score it.
Well, we know it only has one spot left on our movie rankings.
Yeah.
3?
I'll tell you in a minute. A boner, a score.
Yeah.
I was excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
Cinematography.
Yeah. Wakanda looked really good.
Wakanda looked good. The ships look good. The suits look cool.
There's just some questionable CGI, but that was
some
it.
questionable CGI, and I think cinematographically.
Sure.
Is that a word?
It is
Google
now.
that. The end kind of falls apart. Like when their fight scene in those trains, it's just not very interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then it immediately, as a film, though, it immediately makes up for it with this touching moment between Killmonger and Black Panther where he's like, "I can save you," and he's like, "Nah."
Right.
You know what I mean? Which is cool. Rewatchability. I had no problem rewatching.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Acting.
Great.
Muy bueno. There's so many, like, Shuri is good, and I'm glad she's included in the Avengers and Infinity War and, like, continuing going. And M'Baku is amazing.
Yeah.
And Okoye is amazing. So I'm glad they're still killing it. I also love how Shuri is, like, implementing herself deeper and deeper into the universe. Like, she's helping out the White Wolf, is that what they call him?
Mm-hmm.
Bucky. So, yeah. Engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then story.
Yep.
Story, I think, is really good.
Oh, yeah.
because hearing about Killmonger's past and why he has a right to be king, you know what I mean, and why he feels cheated out of the throne is pretty cool.
Yeah. So that's all 6, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Work on your snap.
I know. It's on command, you know. I think number 3 is where it'll fall, which I'm completely fine with.
Nope. Number 4.
4, really?
Thor Ragnarok is better. Do you think Thor Ragnarok's better, or do you want to move it down?
Personally, I like Ragnarok better.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think Ragnarok's more fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what makes Black Panther great also kind of falls apart. Like, Killmonger's a great villain and everything, but he's literally just another Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's so it's good and bad at the same time.
Yeah. So what's it go? Winter Soldier, Civil War,
Winter Soldier,
Ragnarok.
So number 1 is Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is Civil War. There's a little contention there. I mean, me and you have fought multiple times over that, but I gave it to you because Winter Soldier is a pretty damn good movie.
Yes.
Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, The Avengers, number 1, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America: First Avenger, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Homecoming, Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, Ultron, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Thor, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, and Thor: The Dark World. That's
pretty good. I agree with all that.
Oh, that's so too. I saw a list the other day by a person. Her number two, she did all the movies that are out so far. Her number 2 was The Incredible Hulk. I was baffled. I was bamboozled. I was like, wow.
Like, what was her number 1?
To each your own Infinity War. But to each your own opinion. But wow. Number 2? Have you seen the new movies? They're pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's like cinema, CGI, and everything aside. It's not that good.
Maybe they're a big Edward Norton fan.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really liked him as Bruce, which is fair. But I mean, Mark Ruffalo is sweet. Yeah, they're both great actors. You know, Edward Norton's. I don't know if he's made for this kind of thing.
Universe sort of thing.
I don't think I could see him nearly as excited about stuff as Mark Ruffalo is. You know,
no.
Mark Ruffalo is excited to be part of the universe, which I like.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how redonkulous the names are in this movie? You got Eric Killmonger, Nakia Okoye, Shuri, Ramonda, Wakibi, Zuri, M'Baku, Njobu, Eu, T'Chaka, Griot. That's Trevor Noah, by the way. Fuck yeah, go Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
And then Renee Wilson. No, never mind. That's her actual name.
Who is Trevor Noah?
Trevor Noah was Griot. He's a leader of another tribe.
Ah.
One of the lower
Didn't
tribes.
know him.
I love Trevor Noah.
Don't care.
He's a cool guy. What are we doing? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yes. So you've somewhat seen it.
Somewhat. A good portion of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. What was it? A month after Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
And I remember when we left the theater for Infinity War because we went to go see it together, and we were like, you asked me like, "Are you excited to see Ant-Man and the Wasp?" I was like, "Not really. I just want to see the next
Infinity War Part 2."
Yeah. So it fell victim to placement.
Yeah, it fell victim to placement. I think I'll also, from what I've seen, I think some of the Paul Rudd stuff falls short. Like, I don't really like him being, like, this robe-wearing, what do you call it, FBI, what's he on? He's on house arrest.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't find that very fun or interesting, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, there's this threat in one point in the movie where he might get caught that he's off a home arrest, and it's like, that's just not, like, he's obviously not going to get caught, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just not that interesting. I mean... And I just didn't like how there's just some design, some choices that I was like, I just don't know if I can get behind this. Like, like the choice to have his old partner help Ghost. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ghost is like this bad character, but what she really needs is the help of everybody else. So like, why are you being an asshole? And then another thing that I thought was just kind of interesting is just like Paul Rudd is just walking around in a fucking robe and t-shirt, like they're trying to create the quantum realm transport device thing, right? And he walks into the lab with like a t-shirt and a robe. I'm like,
well, they did steal him. To be fair, they broke him out.
Yeah, but I mean, does he not have anything else in his apartment to put on? What I did like is I like the worker ants.
Yeah.
Giant worker ants working on things. Yeah. That was cool. And I like the one still in the house.
Oh, yeah.
He's like holding a box of like...
being Paul Rudd. But it was cool because like all like in his lab and stuff, what was powering everything was like a giant Duracell battery that he enlarged. Like all the stuff around him was just small like computer pieces or something.
Yeah. If not interesting, they definitely do a good job of like making the miniature to giant like just technology very fun to look at. You know what I mean? Did you notice something about Hope Van Dyne?
She had better hair. What?
She had much better hair in the suit.
Is that what you're gonna say?
Yes. Oh. That's exactly like her hair is like. I don't mean to judge. I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing with my hair. But like, she has like this stringy, weird black hair throughout most of the scenes, and then when she gets in a suit, it's like flowing and beautiful and amazing. I'm like, is it like a Clark Kent kind of thing? Like he takes off the glasses, he's like when she's in the suit and she had like, oh, that woman's hair, and then she comes back, she's like, oh, that can't possibly be her. Her hair is disgusting now.
I don't know. That's funny though. You were like, you thought that, and that's what I was.
That's what I was thinking the whole time I was watching movie clips. I was like, her hair has drastic changes, like drastic changes.
Yeah.
Just funky.
Yeah. Trying to think.
How'd you like Ghost as a villain?
I like the concept of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like the
aesthetics and the concept. Like she looks cool with the mask on first off. Then she figures out who they are and she takes the mask off for the rest of the thing. It's like, put it back on.
Well, you also can't tell. Or it's also cool that she can't control it completely.
Yeah. She kind of became a villain by chance, like on accident.
Well, she got turned into a weapon by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And
so
she was misguided, and that's basically why she's a...
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be funky, It's just all of a sudden having this power, but you can't really control it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's just trying to... like, the whole movie, she's just trying to get back, right? To normal. I really didn't like that What's-Her-Face can just put her hands on her and transfer energy. That just seems so fluky to me.
The wife?
Yeah, the wife, when she comes back, she can just, like, transfer energy through her hands, like Captain Marvel, kind of. You know what I mean? This is kind of like...
quantum energy.
What did you become, like, a god while you were in the quantum realm or something? Like,
right.
You don't see Ant-Man walking around transferring energy. It just seems like one of those made-up things that just kind of become part of the universe. You're like, oh, you can do that now, I guess? You
right. Probably my favorite part of the movie was Michael Pena.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
His old crew. You know what I mean?
T.I. and the other guy.
The skinny German-looking guy.
Yeah. Did you happen to watch a clip of him fourth person narrating?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of the main clips. Michael Pena is just, his comedic timing is just flawless.
Yeah.
It just, yeah.
But that's insane when he got injected with the truth serum or whatever.
He just starts spilling.
Yeah, he's like, I hate the way you load the dishwasher. But that's hilarious. I actually watched a video of him breaking down all of his iconic roles. Yeah. And he broke down that one and like how he came up with it. He's like, he just knew people that no matter what the situation was or how sad or happy they were, they would always talk like that. They would talk super fast and then real slow, but then talk really fast again.
So he just, no matter what the situation is,
no matter if it was happy, sad, or it's like
danger, or
oh, my mom got deported, my dad died, I got the van though. From the first one.
Yeah.
So
how's things going? Got the van though. Yeah, man, he's hilarious.
He's great. Yeah.
What'd you think about the post-credit scene? Because a lot of people say it is a precursor to what's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, with the van sort of thing.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about, like, a lot of people have said it's like spoils Infinity or Endgame. And I'm like, he just goes into the quantum realm. Are you saying he goes into the quantum realm and then he doesn't get dusted? So technically you can't dust what's in the quantum realm, so they go back in time and get everybody, put them into the quantum realm, dust it, and then come back and, like, we're still here, or, like, what?
I don't know. People just try to overthink things.
I think he could have died just as easy as the other three. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was living things in the quantum realm, like all those, like, worms and stuff like that. I guess those are living. I'm sure some of them died.
I don't know.
So I don't know. But yeah, it's basically like that's how the Avengers can. It'll help them in Endgame, basically.
I want to see
van.
everybody tiny. I want to see little Captain America throwing, like, something that he should not be able to throw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a butter knife. At that size would be like, you know what I mean? Huge. And Captain America just grabs it and just throws a butter knife at somebody. Right. Or the Hulk. Little tiny Hulk. Can you imagine all his because you keep your
strength.
You keep your strength in your mass, kind of, right? So
can you imagine? I'm pretty sure.
Mass. Can you imagine
I was explaining to the audience in case.
Oh, okay, all right. Can you imagine Hulk's strength in, like, a tiny little pea?
Well, imagine if he punched you, that would obliterate.
Oh, in the real world, you would it'd be like a bullet going through your neck. It would just explode. Yeah. But in this world, Thanos just couldn't see him coming, and then all of a sudden get his chin.
Right up his butthole. Oh.
I knew you were gonna say. Yeah.
Got him. Yeah.
Well, anything else?
I don't think so. Do you want to score it?
It's kind of one of those movies.
It's just a movie.
Yeah. And it has some connection, and it's just.
I think without the implications with the post-credit scene, if it came like a year or two earlier.
Yeah. I think the fight scenes are interesting enough to keep it. Yeah. Relevant.
Like all the stuff with the cars is cool. How he has one of those Hot Wheel cars that I'm sure you used to have as well.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the wheels that carried them all was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And I like the really cool, like just, I said this earlier, but the way they shrink stuff. Like, they shrink the whole office. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just, that's cool.
Yeah. And we got Giant Man again, which actually made sense because he passed out because he was Giant Man too long.
Yeah.
Which, some realism. How much oxygen he would have to intake there.
Yeah, and all the blood. I mean, he would have to pump blood to, like, an extremity that's like 28 feet the other direction. You know what I mean? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Let's rank it. Well, let's
score
it. I don't think we're gonna rank it.
Nah.
Okay. Abona a score.
Nope.
Hard no. I mean, I still haven't even seen it. That's how little my boner is for this movie. Cinematography.
Yeah, look.
I think it's good. I think they do all the miniature and the big stuff really good. You know, like giant ants and then.
Well, the ants looked almost as real as.
Too real. Yeah. Almost too real.
Scary real.
Yeah. Like, when they're building, you're kind of like, ooh, this is cool, but it's creepy. Yeah. Rewatchability?
I've watched it a couple times.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, it's fun to watch. So.
Acting?
I liked it. I don't think anyone was noticeably bad.
Is Hope Van Dyne a little less stiff as she is in the first movie?
Well, she's angry a lot.
So, no.
Yeah. But it's not bad. So.
But Michael Pena and
Paul Rudd
and
Douglas, right?
Hank Pym.
Michael Douglas
make up for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Engagement.
I was like 50-50. I feel like.
Would you say you would rather be on your phone more than half of this movie?
The first time I watched it, no.
Okay.
But after that,
we'll give it that then. And then story.
Nah.
It's just kind of. it actually it draws a lot of parallels to Aquaman. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, there's like a character that kind of has not exactly the same power, but kind of has similar tech, right?
Okay.
So like shrinky tech or like phase tech, right? That being Black Manta, right? And then there's a character, a woman character, a mother character that's lost.
Oh, okay. I get what
somewhere
you're saying.
that's impossible to get to, we think. And then the characters go and find her, and then she saves the day.
Sure. Yeah.
It draws some parallels.
I mean, there's so many movies there. How many original stories are there these days? Huh?
Yeah, that's why like Us is interesting because it's like an original story. Too bad it's a fucking horror story.
Yeah.
All right.
How many was that? 3 or 4?
3 or 4 what?
Out of 6.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, not bad.
Marvel movies do pretty good.
Yeah, I think
They're always gonna win cinematography unless they do something egregiously bad, like in
our worst one was The Dark World, and I think that probably got at least 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
It's whatever.
Yeah. So that is all the Marvel movies.
Yes.
We trucked those things out. Only took us half a year.
It timed up perfectly. I mean, we did a good job.
No, they really did. That's crazy.
And I'm excited for Shazam next week.
I am too.
We've done all these damn Marvel movies. I'm excited for a good DC movie. Hopefully.
So we've heard.
We shall see. Because I would love to be this enthusiastic about DC movies. Like I'm not a DC hater.
Yeah.
I am a Marvel lover though, and that's because they make good stuff. Like you can't fault people for loving good stuff, you know? But DC, like I want them so bad to pick it up, and that's why I'm so critical of it.
Because I love all the DC characters, like
more than the Marvel characters.
I love Injustice. I like doing it just to like have all those characters accessible. You know,
dude. If it wasn't for the current state of the MCU right now, my top 5 superheroes would be all DC. It would be like Batman, Martian Manhunter, fucking Shazam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be those guys first, and then it would be some Marvel guys. You know, like Spider-Man always is pretty far up there because I used to read comics of him and stuff. But it's just like with the DC movies really taking a shitter on it. You know?
Right.
It's okay. They're improving. They're getting there.
Hey, yeah.
It's
crazy though that
I just really wanted a connected universe and just like
I gotcha. Well, just like you remember the Justice League animated TV show?
Yep.
That was like the best TV show.
Oh, it's much better than anything Marvel's ever made.
TV show wise, yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a kids show.
Maybe not better than Daredevil, but that's about it. It's much more easy and fun to watch than the Marvel TV shows. Yeah. You know what I mean? So. It's just like a quick bang, awesome episode.
Yeah.
I also think The Flash and Arrow are respectively good compared to anything Marvel's ever put out.
Yeah.
You know?
They haven't got canceled yet, so Arrow's in its final season.
Which wasn't canceled. It was a joint decision to end the season.
Yep.
Versus being nicked by the CW's like, brother, you can ride that gravy train till you decide you don't want to ride it anymore.
Yes, sir.
Got anything else?
Yeah. So I went on a trip this past weekend.
Nice.
And when we went to the mountains, it's like a 3.5 hour trip.
Yes.
And I was thinking, I had a question I was going to ask you about traveling.
Okay.
So, with future shows and future predictions, like there's teleportation and stuff like that. So I got a question for you. Would you teleport if you could get there instantly to your spot, but you had to wait once you teleported the time it would take to travel by car?
How do we mean by wait?
So, like, say there's a teleporter right here in this room, and there's one at wherever Megan lived in the mountains.
I got that.
And you teleport there, but as soon as you teleport there, you have to wait there. But
what does waiting entail? Like I just have to stand like a rock.
Just stand there like
but
a rock.
That's not realistic because
no, I would say it is because it's for all your particles and atoms.
I get what you're saying, right? But when you're in a car, you don't just stand there. Like you can at least listen to something.
No, I'm saying you're just. I would say like your body's just like paralyzed. You can breathe, you can blink or
So
like.
you telling me if I put on a podcast before that I could sit there and listen to the podcast while?
No.
Is that a yes or no? Because that's really what it comes down to. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think so.
Then fuck no, dude. I drive everywhere. I like driving, and I like listening to things. Now, if I could fucking teleport somewhere and like half the time I'd have to wait, and I could listen to something all the time.
No.
Dude, teleportation would be sick. Can you imagine? You ever get off of work and you're just like, I do not want to drive home right now. You just like, oh, I'm in my bed. Yeah. Or like when you, perfect example. Got 2 hours sleep last night. Guess when one of those hours was?
When?
6:20 a.m. I have to be at work at 7:30, so I woke up at 7:20. I was like, panic! Imagine a teleporter, dude. I could get dressed and then just teleport.
Yeah, that's true.
To wherever I am and be like, sup, host? Definitely wasn't undressed 13 seconds ago.
Yeah.
It was bad, dude. I was like, I'm just gonna hit snooze and didn't hit snooze apparently and just woke up. I was like, panic. Yep. Ugh. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, and our list for next week, since we're doing a DC movie, it's going to be in the realm of like Marvel, DC, like Star Wars, stuff like that. Blunders. So, mistakes we think were made.
Is that characters or just movies?
Anything. It could be a specific detail, a character, a casting, like a whole thing, like
I like this
plot line if you wanted.
And I'll try to make it less DC. Because I could just go on.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, not all mine will be as well. But I'm keeping it in that realm because we could do like some other movies we watch, you know. But I just want to keep it in like the Marvel, DC, Star Wars. I don't know if there's anything else, but
cool. We'll do 5 since we have Shazam, so need some time allocated for that.
Cool.
All right, go watch Shazam. That way you can watch the episode next week.
Yes, sir.
Tuesday, Wednesday next week.
Sometime.
It's Apple. It decides when to refresh. You can force refresh it, but sometimes it just doesn't want to do it. So, yeah. I think the bigger your podcast gets, the more reliable it is.
Right.
So, yeah.
Cool.
It'll be up Tuesday or Wednesday, regardless. Most likely Wednesday. I'm sorry. If not late Tuesday, because we record on Tuesday night. So, yeah. If you didn't learn that already. Duke lost.
Yep. Brackets busted.
It was a good game though.
Yeah.
Like if we would have lost like Carolina like 20 points, I'd have been like, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
But it was a good game.
Well, I mean,
and we lost it ourselves. Like
we lost a really good team, and you know for a fact that Zion's going to be big time because he has shown up everywhere.
Dude,
he's clutch.
He's dropped 30 points to the entire bracket. Hadn't he?
Well, since his return in the ACC tournament.
Yeah.
He's been, like, unstoppable.
True, yeah. He's been dropping 30 points ever since he came back.
Something like that.
Nuts.
No, I'm saying, but big game, he shows up.
Oh, you mean he's clutch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he may not be your drop of 3 clutch, but he is your,
I don't know why they didn't give him the ball, but.
Put back, miss 2. Yeah, they only needed 2 points. They didn't need a 3.
Yeah.
Here goes RJ Barrett shooting on the edge like ass. I think RJ Barrett is going to drop like a stone in the NBA.
Yeah, because
not even in the draft. I think he'll get draft second because people think he's still good. But I think he will drop like a stone once he gets in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'd take that
Ja Morant
guy over him.
That's what I've heard a lot. People are looking at him next.
All day, I'd take him. That guy's nasty.
Yeah.
Yep. I think all the Virginia boys are never getting drafted ever. They all suck.
Yeah, they're lucky. Duke lost. Before they got humiliated again.
A third time they get beat by Duke. Like, our defense can... Oh, it's not working. It's not working. They're still scoring on us.
Sweet, an open 3. Zion jumps from 10 feet to block him.
Dude, he blocked one of those 3s. Without a doubt, the highest... Or the farthest distance I've ever seen a 3 blocked in my life. He's standing like... easy 10 feet away from this dude and just hops straight up, and you can just see the guy's face like, are you fucking kidding me? He's 10 feet away.
Yep.
I threw it 30 feet up in the air, and Zion's like, no. He's nuts, dude. Yep. You're lucky, Knicks. You're lucky, you know?
Oh yeah, Knicks most likely will get that. I think them and the Suns have the worst record.
The Sun. You know who the Suns just signed? From I think it was Lithuania or whatever.
I forgot his name.
Jimmer Fredette.
That's it. Yeah.
Jimmer. That was back in middle school, dude. All right. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Adios.